Do you agree?
Skip, I still believe he's going to play under the franchise tag because this makes no sense to me now that you would create this kind of bad blood with Dak Prescott and then all of a sudden cave and give him the money that he's recommended when you could have given him this and kept the bad blood out of the equation. I just don't see it happening, Skip. I really, especially now where we don't know the capacity of the stadiums. They say if there are no fans or limited fans, they can lose somewhere between $1 and $3 billion in ticket revenue. That's going to affect the cap moving forward. So they don't know long-term deal projecting out. The cap might come down, and Jerry's like, hold on, that 14% that we don't want to go over might be 18, 19%, Skip. If the cap comes down, we give you the type of money that you're asking for. So, Skip, at this point in time, I just don't see it happening. And plus, Dak says you made no acknowledgement. As a matter of fact, I'm going up on the price. Because you have not acknowledged Black Lives Matter, it's an extra $5 million.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You got that straight from the inner circle.
Yeah, old Todd France told me. He said because you, and see, he knows what Jerry's trying to do. Try to like, well, Juneteenth is a holiday. No. Juneteenth happened in 1865. June 19th, 1865. So 155 years, Juneteenth has been celebrated. Not one time have you gave paid vacation, paid time off.
Oh.
Now, we're going to let you do it now. Cost you extra $5 million, Jerry, you're going to have to go on national TV and say Black Lives Matter. And you're going to have to stand up for us.
That's going to be part of the deal.
Part of the deal.
Okay.
Yep.
I love Jay Glazer. Jay Glazer is really, really good at what he does. He doesn't swing and miss. I can't remember him ever swinging and missing. He's not one of those shock jocks who throws it against the wall and hope it sticks.
Right.
I'm sure hoping he knows all the inner workings that are happening right now. I hope he is right on point because my team needs to get get this out of this roadblock out of their way. It's a psychological roadblock for the football team because you're going to go in, if he plays under the tag, nobody's going to be completely comfortable with this because it just creates more bad blood. It's as if neither party is all the way in, and it's never really worked out for anybody except for Kirk Cousins, but it didn't work out for the Redskins at all. They paid him a ton of money and got little to nothing in return.
And they're still looking for a quarterback.
That is correct.
Well, you got a month, Skip. July 15th is your drop dead date. You got 1 month.
My gut feeling is, and I'm not in the inner circle on this, but I do know Jerry. I've known him for a long time, and it feels like there's too much ice to thaw by July 15th. It feels like the bad blood coagulated, and it started, as Yahoo reported, back in the regular season, when Jerry kept saying, building up to game number 1 against the Giants, we're close, we're close, we're close.
Imminent.
Well, he said that night after the Giants game, big win, big game by Dak, QBR 94, scale 0 to 100. Imminent. And somebody asked, what does that mean? What? He said days. It means within days. So I'm coming in here banging on the countertop, right?
Feeling good.
It's like, here it comes. Tomorrow's going to be the big day on Undisputed, or maybe it's the next day. And the days passed and nothing happened because I did not know that they were, again, betting on themselves, Todd France and Dak. So they play another game at arch rival Washington. He has another huge QBR of 94 in that game. And they play a third game against the lowly Dolphins. Shannon Sharp's telling me it's all garbage.
The
doesn't
Dolphins
mean
that the
anything.
Eagles lost
They're not
to.
playing anybody. And Dak has another pretty big day of QBR 82. So right out of the box, he has an average QBR of 90 in 3 games, which just is running away with the QBR race in the NFL. And what happened? They go back to the negotiating table after 3 games, and Todd France says, Jerry, April Fool, or should I say September Fool? And you're the fool because we just changed the price. It just went right through the roof of Jerry World, right? And all of a sudden, Jerry got, according to Yahoo, angry. And I know, Jerry, that's one thing. You don't jerk the rug out from under Jerry Jones in a negotiation, especially when he thought it was in good faith, and we are right there. We just got to cross this T and dot that I, and it's bottom line signed by Dak Prescott.
That's how it works. You know how retail is. Okay, the blouse or the shirt is $150. Okay, that's what it is. Today. You might come in tomorrow, it might be 155, 160. You can't get mad at me because you should have bought it yesterday. But you waited till tomorrow and the price went up. So you should have signed that when you had the chance. Price gone up.
A funny thing happened to Dak Prescott on the way to the bank. Then he played a 4th game and a 5th game, and he played 13 more games. And over those 13 games, Pro Football Focus ranked him the 15th best quarterback in the NFL because I got to tell you, as big a fan as I am, he wasn't great.
Skip.
And they had the big game of the year up at New England, and he had a QBR of 26. Then they had the make or break, sink or swim game of the year to end the regular season at Philly, and he wasn't a whole lot better. His shoulder was banged up, but he had a QBR of 38. And he ended up as the starting quarterback 8-8, and he did not make the Pro Bowl. And he missed too many key throws. See Tavon Austin at Philly, 4th quarter, last drive.
What about all them old tight window throws that you keep throwing up in my face? Dak had the 4th highest completion percentage on tight window throws. Dak Prescott throws the most catchable passes in the NFL. What happened to that?
What happened to that?
I'm confused with that. But hold on. You said Dak Prescott after the first 3 games, Dak was the 15th best quarterback. That's what you said, right?
Over the last 13.
Over the last 13 games. So were the other 14, are their contracts up?
Right place, right time.
So Dak Prescott is number 1 then. So it don't matter about the other 14. The number 15, his contract is up. So Jerry Jones, what you going to do?
I believe they're asking for in the 40s a year.
Skip, sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. You know what? Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house. And as always, you know I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this doesn't work without you guys. So let's get open for business here. And look, wait, guys, wait for it. Bam! They're up, they're on, they're awake. So I got that fixed today. I got it fixed today. I found some time. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. There's Emily Ann. There's Q. Let the dogs out. Mike J. Mike, where's your wonderful wife, Mike? There's Derek. Derek, no, you ain't getting no damn chicken wings, man. No. I'm holding out. We ain't serving you no chicken wings till I get paid, okay? Ryan Kirk, how you doing? Brian SoCal, the man that has shout out to Brian because Brian came up with the Joe Boo logo star and everything else. That we got the new burner that we're putting on the racks and everything else. What?
He's working on another one for me too.
Oh, man, he putting in the work, man. Anthony said you're doing one for him too. What? The New York Stinking Giants? Who said I like the Giants?
No, I'm talking about the picture, the image that you made.
But wait a minute. What are you doing over here? What are you getting set up over here?
I'm about to eat my dinner.
Oh, but I see your microphone and all that stuff set up and all that watermelon. See, Philly 500 has been messing with my son. He's been messing with my son saying, Michael Anthony, where's the fitness? Okay, he had to work. You got to work out this evening? Live stream? See? So Philly, you the last somebody, Philly 500. You the last guy to talk about somebody needing to work out. I'm just saying, dude, put down the damn eggnog. Ruben, how are you doing? Christian, Tay, Cowboys, Joseph, how's everybody doing? Shout out to people that are joining us over here on Facebook. If you want to really be part of the chat and stuff, join us on my YouTube channel, Mark Holmes, Cowboy Joe Boo, Joe Boo Sports Report. Damn, I just flipped back to my old one there. I flipped back to my old channel. But if you're over on here, it's easier for me to actually see the chat. It's hard to kind of do 2 things at one time. And hopefully, I don't know, is the picture any better tonight? Does it look any different at all? I kind of moved the camera around a little bit. I kind of played a little bit with the Wi-Fi system. It looks clearer, although I am still seeing a little spike with the colors up in there. But I had moved the lights around so they're not like shining in my eyes, and I was able to drop the TV down a little bit lower so that way I'm looking more straight ahead instead of up into the lights where it's literally burning my eyes. So how's everybody doing tonight on this Monday? Hold up, watermelon? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, probably because you saw the watermelon potato that he put in the
What? Oh, the watermelon. Oh.
Right up before my bad.
Oh, okay. He got watermelon. I don't like Randy Sykes. How you doing? Keep your ass at home. How you doing, man? GP man 45 picture looks good. Although I'm still getting it must be losing the signal just a little bit there, just a little bit. PC, there's PC. Cowboys fan up north. How you doing? Clorox bleach. Oh man, bleach. Hey, where you been hiding, man? You've been needed. You with the coronavirus, dude. You have been needed. All right, so let's, I already got the stuff set up here. So let's get into the topic, of course, tonight. We know that Dak Prescott has basically kind of done an end around. I played this today because, well, I was actually looking for First Take today. Undisputed today, and they weren't on. I'm like, wait. Oh, skip. Where are you guys? Dak Prescott announces that he's going to sign the franchise tag after Skip Bayless. I'm going to ask you, do we really believe that Skip Bayless is a Cowboy fan? Do we really believe that Skip Bayless is a Cowboy fan? Every time he says, my Dallas Cowboy fans, I just kind of cringe. I just kind of I just want to clench my fist a little bit. You know, I want to jack him up like Dallas got jacked up the other night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to just say, shut up, Skip. Shut the F up, man. I'm getting so tired. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that, man. This is a time. Well, Muke Jr. This is the topic because this is the topic everywhere throughout the NFL. Would you like me to talk about the third string punter? Is that what you'd rather me talk about? Is that okay? You know, I don't think, the third string punter, he looked really good in college. And you know what? I don't think he's going to make the team, but he's going to make a run for it. Is that what you'd rather hear, Muke? Or should we call you Puke? Muke Jr. or Muke JK? Come on, man. The man just signed the franchise tag. He just signed the franchise tag. Okay? He's a fan. He's just starting to be real about the team and not homers. Who? Who are you talking about? I've been real. Whoa, dude. I've been, I'm a homer. I know I'm a homer, but I'm also realistic, too. I think I'm pretty realistic. I will say, when I say I think the Cowboys had a chance to win the division last year, I also prefaced it by saying, but nobody has won the division since 2003, 2004. It'll be a tall task, and we need some things to go our way. I've also been, I've not been one of those homers that say, Jason Garrett, he's a great coach. He's going to lead us to the Super Bowl. I've been realistic about it. If I was a straight-up homer, I would always say that everything is beautiful, hunky and dory. And that's why I say 11-5, 10-6 for the schedule next year. Straight homerism would be, we're going 16-0 straight to the Super Bowl. Come on, man.
The Patriots tried to do that, and they lost.
Mark 6 Joe Bua. I don't know. Muke the Puke. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. He must be new here, okay? And see, you come in here messing with stuff, we're going to serve you some L's, okay? But here's an interesting thing. So I don't know why they weren't on TV today. But this was Skip Bayless yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. No one has defended Dak Prescott more than I have. Said what, Skip? What? But he and his agent are asking for more than he deserves. Mahomes-type money. Accepting the tag is a strategic dare to push Jerry Jones towards caving before July 15th deadline. He won't. Dak must compromise at least a little. Shut up, Skip. Skip. I'm going to ask a dumb question. Let me just be hypothetical here. Because the Cowboys have offered $35 million over 5 years. Dak's saying, I'm okay with the 35. I just want 4 years. David C., I'm glad you like the fish pond. Thank you very much. Team Tamara, where you been, Tamara? I ain't seen you. Joseph Times, how you doing? Lola, Cowboys, how you doing? So he's only asking for 1 year less. He's not asking for another year. He wants to just have the 4-year deal. I mean, think about Kirk frickin' Cousins, who got a 3-year deal, fully guaranteed, turns around after 2 years, and gets another 2 more years guaranteed fully at $66 million. So Kirk Cousins doesn't have to play another game, and he literally will still get $150 million guaranteed total from Minnesota, plus the almost $50 million he made with the Washington Redskins. Kirk Cousins. But let's say hypothetically. I'm just going to say hypothetically. Let's say he did say, you know what, Jerry, I'll go for 33. I'll go for 33 instead of 35. I'm going to ask you a question. What would that $2 million buy? Would that $2 million a year really, really buy a Super Bowl? I mean, let's be honest now. Would $2 million be the difference of them winning a Super Bowl? I don't see that. I'm sorry. I just don't see that. I don't see that. And we always hear about, his quarterback took up all the money. Very rarely do you ever see a team that is completely hamstrung that they can't sign somebody if they really, really want to. I mean, the Eagles, in fact, you think about, they were $25 million over the salary cap last year. They restructured some deals, and they ended up signing, Carson Wentz to a long-term deal. They brought in some other players and things like that. Now, they do have to worry about the salary cap next year because they've got about $265 million committed. And if the salary cap goes down, gotcha. But for those who are arguing and saying, and like Skip, we'll just sign it. Okay, I'd like to know, what is it you expect the man to do? What do you expect him to do? Doesn't seem like any move that he makes, you're going to be satisfied. So he signed the franchise tag and says, basically, listen, you don't have to worry about me pulling a Zeke Elliott. You don't have to worry about me pulling a D-Law. I'm already in shape. I'm already working out with the fellas. I'm already doing the virtual reality workouts. When camp opens up, I'm going to be ready, even though you've taken care of all these other guys. Even though you should have paid me last year, we should have gotten this thing done so I have some security because I'm already past the average life expectancy of an NFL player. It's okay. I'll play on the tag. That's what you offered me. I'll play on that. And here it is. He got to give some more. Yeah, you're never going to be satisfied, are you, Skip? Skip, who claims to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. Zeno, thank you very much for that super chat. In 2016, did you want Romo or Dak when he was ready? Because, to be honest, I was hoping they would have put Romo back in. Also, finally, Dak signed the tag. Well, here's the thing. This is one of those, this is kind of like when your wife asks you, does this dress make me look fat? You just sit there and you just smile. That's what you want to do, because you don't want to answer that question. You just don't want to answer that question. But here's the thing. I wanted Dak Prescott when we drafted him. I looked at Dak Prescott and I said, I think he can be the quarterback for the Cowboys. Didn't think it was going to be that first year. I thought Tony Romo would make it through preseason game number 1 and play during the season. But what was evident about Tony Romo was Tony Romo's body began to fail him. Tony Romo was a great quarterback. Tony Romo, unfortunately, had Jason Garrett. Tony Romo made up for a lot of Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan's issues.
That's why we were 8.
Okay? But unfortunately, it was at the point where you could not rely on Tony Romo any longer being able to stay upright. I mean, between the collarbone being broken twice, when you start getting bones broken in your back, you got to start thinking that, you know what, I've got enough money, and that money more of it's not going to make it any better for me to be able to pick up my kids, to be able to walk on the golf course, to have a quality of life after this, to not live in pain. It was at the point where I was like, Tony, take the money and just go out in the sunset, man. You got kids, you got a wonderful wife, you got golf, you can be an announcer. So I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Because Dak was actually fitting in and working really, really well. That, you know, quite frankly, when I say this, this is one of those things that I'm going to be labeled a hater. I'm not hating on Tony Romo. But you look at the statistics, you look at the numbers. That first playoff game that we lost to the Green Bay Packers, Dak had 304 yards, 3 TDs, went toe-to-toe with Aaron frickin' Rodgers. And if it weren't for the defense on, you know, that long play with time running out, giving up an impossible play, we should have won that. He went down the field, got the game-tying score, had us in a position to win. Defense let us down. And you look at Tony Romo's record in the playoffs, they're not good. Tony Romo never had more than 2 TD passes in any playoff game. And I'm not hating on Tony Romo. I'm pointing out facts. These are the facts. Dak has not been awful in the playoffs. He's actually played pretty well in some of them. L4G, what's up, man? Thanks for being here tonight, my man. How you doing, John? Philly Special. Oh, here we go. You know, I see Philly Special is in here. See, it's amazing how you Eagle fans always talk about how much you hate the Cowboys, but yet you keep parking your happy ass right here. Every live stream, every video, every one of them. So that's where I was with that, because at some point you had to look at it from the standpoint of, even if Tony Romo came in, how much longer do you think he's going to be able to play? Get Cam. Come on, man. Cam Newton actually does a whole lot of stuff in the community that people don't know about. But I'm sorry, Cam Newton he's damaged good, man. He's getting to be a clunker right now. Cam can't stay healthy. Cam has the biggest 2 things that Cam Newton has had is his ability to escape and run and to throw the ball deep. And right now, he's having a hard time doing both of those 2 things on a regular basis and staying upright. Yeah, he looks great right now on film, but look at the track record since the Super Bowl. What, an Eagles? Oh, we got some. They're like cockroaches. How you doing, Crystal? Ryan Kirk, let him play on the tag. If he does good to the playoffs, sign him. If he sucks, but well, see, Steve. Can I talk numbers with you for a second? Okay. Just go with me for a second here. Let me pull up. Let me get some numbers here. Over the cap. Boom. Da, 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 da. Over the cap. Oh, Dallas Cowboys. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, of course it pops right on up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. See, the funny thing is for whatever reason, people always are like, "Oh, let him play on the cap, yeah, on the tag." Because then, if he ends up being, you know, good, then we'll sign him to another deal. Okay, you know, it's kind of funny that you keep saying that, because if it's about saving money and about having as good a team as possible, here's the problem. Switch cameras here. Look. There's Dak Prescott's number right there. $31.49 million. So 31.4. Okay. Here's where this works out for Dak Prescott. Where it works out for Dak Prescott is because he signed this, he doesn't lose anything. In fact, he locks in at least a minimum salary or freedom. Because he signed this franchise tag, that $31.4 million is a hard number. The Cowboys cannot do anything with that number. That is it. It is fully guaranteed. He will make that money regardless of what happens this year. Period. If we played 3 games, he's still getting $31 million. But here's the second part of this. Because he's got that franchise tag, if he does not sign a long-term contract, boom, next year, that becomes $37.8 million. Wow. And that does not matter if it ends up being that salary cap goes down. The salary cap can go down because of less games, because of no fans in the stands. If it goes down, it still won't matter. They still will owe him $37.8 million, which will again be a hard number that they can't change. Now, I want you guys to look at something else here. So, let's change the year. Bam. Just bear with me, okay? I know some of you guys don't understand numbers, but you have to understand this. So here we have next year, currently, people that are already signed for the Dallas Cowboys. That's Amari Cooper, that's D-Law, that's Emmett, oh my God, Ezekiel Elliott. Well, I guess you could say Emmitt Smith because he's not signed, but he's not costing me anything. $81 million right there. 81, might as well say 82. And of course, that has no quarterback. No quarterback. Because I think Andy Dalton is even a 1-year deal. So that has no Dak, that has no Andy Dalton on it. Okay? 81. We'll call it 82 million. Basically, you got $38 million of hard number that you got to pay Dak Prescott next year. That gets you to $220 million. If the salary cap goes down, let's say it goes down and takes a $40 million hit, and you're paying him on that franchise tag, $38 million. You're at $220 million. That means you got $60 million of dead money. How are you going to do that one? You going to let him walk and not have a quarterback? Because that's what you're going to basically do. You're going to have to let him walk, or you're going to have to sign to a long-term deal, which case you're still in the same boat. But you're still looking at these 2 years being roughly $70 million, which is still $35 million. If by chance, hypothetically, because we know what Dak Prescott, when players are on a contract year, they usually play really, really well. They play really well. Most time, and I don't think it's conscious or anything like that, but for some reason, when guys are on that last year of contract, they are playing, lights out because they want to get that big contract. So, you got Deshaun Watson and Pat Mahomes out there that are going to be resetting the market. Do you want to go through, have Dak Prescott play a great season, and then turn around and have to pay him after already paying him, in essence, $35 a year? What may be $40, $45 million a year? It's going to cost you more money. And basically, the only difference between what Dak is asking for and the Cowboys are offering is Dak just wants 4 years. That's it in a nutshell. And here's the thing. If by chance, let me give you guys, let me post over the cap, Eagles. Let's look at the Beagles, the Beagles. Okay. Come on. You can load. I got so many damn cameras and stuff on here. It's like the computers are just like, why? Here's the interesting thing that I want you to notice right now. Even though Carson Wentz is getting $33 million a year, okay? $33 million a year. Look at his cap number right here for this year. It's $18 million, $18.6 million, okay? And even then, let's look at the next year. Bam. The next year, his cap number goes to 34. Okay? But you're saying, but wait, he gets paid $33 a year. It's all accounting. It's all how you end up doing this. What they've done is his base salary is $15 million. Sorry, you can't see it all the way over there. It's $15 million. Scott. Sky high, thank you very much, man. We do run the East. If we just run the playoffs next, then we'd be in good shape. His base salary is $15.4 million that year, and the prorated bonus is $9 million, and the roster bonus is $10 million. So what you can actually do with Dak Prescott, you could go through this year and say, you know what? We're going to say your salary for this year is $1 million. We're going to say your salary for next year is $1 million. And basically, you're just paying the prorated money and so forth on the salary cap. So you're actually able to create room. So if the Cowboys were to do, say, that right now, instead of paying that $31.4 million right here, instead of it being fully guaranteed, some of that would be signing bonus, some would be roster bonus, and so forth. And that would be divided out by the length of the contract, and your cap number would probably be about $10 to $12 million less for next year. In which case, if there was salary Armageddon, you'd be rolling more money over next year. You could work with his contract next year, and so on. And if you decide that you want the guy who really wants to be there, because Jamal Adams is in love with the Dallas Cowboys. In case you haven't heard, you guys heard? Have you heard that? Have you heard about that? Jamal Adams, man. Jamal Adams wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. He is itching to be a Dallas Cowboy. The bad thing is, it doesn't matter what Jamal Adams wants, because he's got no control. He has no way out. This is, I hate to say it, Earl Thomas 2.0, where Earl Thomas kept saying, remember, he came into our locker room and said, come get me. Come get me. Yeah, I know Sean from Source Fury. Yeah, he's cool people. Actually, Philly 500 introduced me, my man, King Pokey Nation. He can want all he wants. Earl Thomas was like, "Come get me, give up number one, whatever it takes, get me to Dallas." We flirted with it. We tried to make moves for him with Seattle. Seattle wanted too much, right? Unfortunately, he couldn't do anything about it. He held out. He came in only when he had to. He played well because he figured, I need to play well so that way I'm auditioning for the next gig. And he did. Against us, he gets 2 interceptions that helped being the reason why they won. And then proceeded to get hurt the next week. So it doesn't matter what you want, because the Jets own his rights for 2 more years. I had a Jets fan that was in here earlier today, and I asked him my opinion. Oh, sorry about that. That last super chat. I was talking to a Jet fan earlier and saying, how do you guys feel about Jamal Adams basically saying, I want to get the hell out? I got it. It's catching up. I'm sorry. I make mistakes. I said, how do you feel about Jamal Adams basically saying, I don't love you no more. I want to go. Please release me. Let me go. And he's like, we're getting kind of tired of it. We're getting kind of tired of it. Do I want to put the microphone? You know what, brethren? I'm going to give you one chance. I'm going to give you one mother humping chance. I have no problem blocking your ass. Okay? You done trolled me forever on my email. I actually turned your information over to the authorities, so I'm surprised you actually haven't got anything. I'm a fair man. But if you want to come in here and just start a bunch of crap, I'll more than happy to block you out here. Because see, this is what I don't understand. People talk about how you don't do this right, how you don't do that. Then don't watch. Take your mother humping behind out. Because if you continue to watch something you don't like, you're a freaking idiot. And I got no problem telling you that, brethren, you're a freaking idiot. And your team, the Atlanta Falcons, suck. Matty Ice is going downhill. He's going down for real. He's going down for real. Take that. Shit. Mother humper. I just don't understand some of these fools, man. I just don't understand.
23-hour lockdown.
I don't.
I'm the
understand.
man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
The power of unpopular real. Joe blew his ass. Oh, he's creepy. The scary thing is he's in the military. Guy has guns, okay? Guy has guns. You know, and the funny thing is when you email, it's not enough to email it once. He'll literally email the same email 5 times in a day. It's like, dude, get a job. Get a job. Anyway, Jamal Adams wants to be a Dallas Cowboys. He was actually talking, or at least Jane Slater was reporting earlier today, that he's willing to kind of bend his contract to make it work in Dallas because, you know, he feels that, you know, the taxes and everything else, that his money will definitely go a lot further in Texas than it will in New York, which is true. It's true. And so he's just like, I'll do whatever it takes to get here. But again, because the CBA, understand, the CBA changed everything for every player. I told you guys this is what was going to happen. The NFL was going to give the players a little something. You know, it's kind of like they say, "You want some candy? Here, come get some candy." Oh man, we got some candy. Yeah, okay. And then they abduct you. Okay. The NFL put some candy out there. Hey, players, man. Listen, we're going to get this deal done, man. Check it out. We're going to up your compensation from 46% to 48%. Do you know over the next 10 years, that's going to be $5 billion more on the salary cap? Woo-hoo, man. Hey, $5 billion, man. That's more money in your pocket. But hey, yo, guys, here's what we're going to do for you too. Listen, you know, we see that marijuana's changing a little bit in the, out there, okay? We know it's changing. Some states it's now legal. We're finding out good things about how it's helping with the concussion. So we're going to look out for you, man. Listen, we'll find you for using weed, but we won't keep you off field. You won't lose that game check, okay? You won't lose that game check because we care about you guys. Man, you know, we partners. We in this together, okay? There's enough for all of us. So, you know, if you want to smoke a little weed, man, don't worry about it. We cool. But, hey, players, you know what? We feeling so good right now. Tell you what, man. Here's what we're going to do for you. If you act now, here's what we're going to do. Because we know you don't like practice. Now, we're not talking about games now. We're not talking about games. We're only talking about practice. We're going to shorten training camp. Don't get too happy. Maybe we won't put that in there. No. Okay. You guys drive a hard bargain, okay? You drive a hard bargain. So I tell you what, we're going to make training camp won't start before the 28th of July for anybody. That's it. 28th. Here you go, guys. You know what? I'm not feeling good about this deal, but because we care about you, we're going to go ahead and do this. You guys, damn, you guys got the best of the deal. Damn. I can't believe I'm throwing all that in. In return, Here's what they got in return. They got that 17 game. That's going to put a hell of a lot more money in their pockets. And because of the Zeke Elliott's, because of the Antonio Browns, because of these holdouts, the owners slipped in there. $40,000 a day, fines, and a game check. Not a preseason game check, a game check for every preseason game you miss. And the fines are not forgivable. Oh, and there's one other thing too. If you hold out, you lose one of your earned years. So the reality is Jamal Adams, what's he going to do? Hold out? Hold out for a year? They still got him for 2 more years on his contract. I hold out. That's money I am definitely losing. So that's what the owners put in there. They kind of did a little end around on the players. So the sad part to me in my mind is you have a short window of time that you can play and get paid. If you got to wait 5 years or in some cases 6 years because they franchise tagged you, you're getting screwed. Because when they're done with you, hey, if Dak Prescott had ruined his leg, you think the Cowboys would have said, you know what, we feel bad for you. You know, we're going to give you some money anyway. No. Oh, well, on to the next guy. Appreciate it. So he can want all he wants. The only thing he can do is he can be like Dwayne Thomas and try and be a distraction. He can try and make it ugly and force their hand. And I think the Cowboys, I don't think the Cowboys are going to try and overpay to get him. But in some regards, maybe the Jets will look at this and say, this is just not worth it. Let's get what we can get and move on. Well, here's the thing. Now, that's where I was putting, earlier I was talking about that, and Derek is supposed to be coming on here in a few minutes too. I want to talk to Derek because I got to thank Derek for all the wonderful work that Derek did. So let me put that up here and get ready for him. But I need a laugh So that's where we are with that. So Jamal Adams, he really can't go anywhere unless the Jets give him his blessing. And that in lies the problem for players that, you know, unfortunately where you're drafted is going to determine what you get paid. You can look at Dak Prescott, and he truly has overplayed, you know, what you expect from a fourth-year quarterback. But the fact that he's only made $4 million in this day and age when you've got guys that are bench warmers, you know, backup quarterbacks were making more money than he was in some cases. But it is what it is, and, you know, what can we do about it? Michael, how are you doing? Sky High, what's happening? Emily, how are you doing? Philly Special, okay. Ryan Kirk, how are you doing? So I'm going to get, in case any of you guys have seen, okay, I know some of you have ordered the shot glass racks or the mug racks or the card racks or the helmet racks and stuff on my website or ordered shot glasses and things. Those are because, or you've been able to get through and do them real well is because Derek from Megabytes ended up redoing my website, and I wanted to bring him in here for a little bit so he can talk about all the great things he did for me and how he can actually help you guys as well. So Derek, I'm gonna call you. Let's see if you're there, buddy. And you better not leave me hanging, Derek. That damn music I wish it would change that little ringtone. Derek? Brother, can you hear me? Brother, can you see me? Derek? Wouldn't it be funny if the computer guy can't get on? Derek? 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 Brother, can you?
I think I'm already there.
I don't see the picture of you, bro.
Jeez. I already answered you.
Huh? I see a picture of me. Oh, damn. Okay. Let's try this again. Hello.
Hello.
I see me. What
It'll be
up?
funny.
What's funny?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't see
Yeah.
you, bro. Where's your camera?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? There you go. Can you hear me?
Ooh.
Okay, Derek. All right. If you have been on my website, okay, and I actually need to start doing more stuff on there because I just need more hours in the day because I just don't have enough. But if you've ordered one of the shot glass racks, the shot glasses and everything else, and if you'd been on my old site, you understand how bad it was because I built the first one. You know, here's the thing: I can build anything as long as it's made out of wood. Seriously, I can build anything as long as it's made out of wood. But when it comes to building computers and doing websites, I suck at it. So, Derek, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing?
Well, all props to you, man, for getting that website together. It's been seamless when people have ordered stuff on it. It looks really nice, and people have been very complimentary on it. So, tell me a little bit about Megabytes, if you don't mind.
Well, I started a company in 2008, so 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the focus was basically like technology should be easy for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be this tool that's going to make our lives a lot better. And a lot of people are being left behind. You know, not everyone's a computer geek, like you said, Mark. You know, you're always saying that. And it should be accessible to everybody. So in order to do that, you know, you have to have people willing out to help you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of this computer geeks kind of seem to take it out on everybody. You know, those who, I guess, mistreat them in school or whatever. And I just felt that wasn't the right way to do it. And there was a better way to do it. And, you know, so that's what we did. And, you know, we reached out to you, of course, and we're like, hey, you know, this guy's doing something really cool. And he just needs a little help, just like everybody else.
Wait.
Better.
Actually, let's back up there for a second.
Yeah.
You reached out to me.
Yeah, I did. Harassing
about
me.
debating me originally about because see I remember that because I think you actually got on the blocked list by one of my moderators because they were like,
Jet D,
man. They said, look who's this mother humper, and they blocked you.
Yep.
Because you were going on off and say, I want to debate you. And I'm like, man, dude, chill out. So it's like it's not that serious.
It's all about, you know, got your attention, right? So there you go.
Yeah, so did Brethren, but I see Brethren's ass ain't up in here. But I know that fool's going to be. I tell you what, man. This will be a great question for you because see, this fool, it will spam the hell out of me with hate mail and everything else. What can I do about something like that? I keep thinking I block him, but it keeps coming back. Okay.
There's a couple ways to do it, so we can set that up for you when you got time.
Is there a way that you can hunt him down?
Yeah, you can block him. So that there's no issues on that.
I didn't say block him. I said hunt him down.
Say what?
Hunt him down.
Well, you just go into you're in Gmail.
Okay, I'm feeling uncomfortable now.
You just go into Gmail. You add that email address, and you can tell it to be blocked and blacklisted, and you can do a couple of things. We got you to report him to the couple spam sites his emails would never leave his mailbox if you want.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So you can do a bunch of things. I mean, there's a couple of bodies out there. And we had what's funny is we had a client in Georgia. And he would be emailing people. We're telling, hey, man, you can't be, you know, creating these lists as long as they are to these people. They're going to block you. He's like, oh, it's not going to happen. 3 years later, hey, Derek, my email doesn't work. I was like, what do you mean? And it's like, we go look at it. It's like, yeah, you've been blacklisted. He's like, say what? I was like, yeah, you're totally blacklisted. So you can't mail out anything. You got to go to court and basically prove your case. as to why you shouldn't be blocked.
Snap.
That was interesting. I mean, we warned them, but you know, if you're harassing people to that level, you know, you can block somebody. So
I hear. Okay, that's cool. But now, what was it that you wanted to debate me about? Was it about Dak Prescott and getting paid?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's about Dak. I mean, because I'm just like, you know, I mean, I like him. I mean, seriously, let's forget football for a second. He's a great person. I love all the stuff you see him doing off and on the field. You know, I just didn't see it. I mean, I look at him and I'm just like, this guy's good. He's a good guy. He works very hard, but I just don't think, and not just him though, but all the quarterbacks as a whole. I mean, if you look at what's going on in the league right now, right? They're paying all these guys a ridiculous amount of money, right? The quarterback position. And, you know, you're trying to tell me that a quarterback is worth what, $30 million over an offensive lineman? I mean, come on. I mean, the offensive line is very important to make sure the quarterback can stand up. And the same goes with receivers and so on.
Here's the thing, though. There's a lot more offensive linemen that are good than there are quarterbacks.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying you just, you know, I just think it's the owner's fault, first of all. They're the ones that put themselves in that position where what you're paying that kind of money to the quarterback.
They're hat racks, too. If you go to the site, my man built it, cowboyjobu.com. I have hat racks in there, too. That's right, man. I got hat racks, okay? It's like, no, dude. I just said, didn't we just, another one just went out yesterday.
Went out the door?
Yeah. Oh, no, today. Didn't go out yesterday.
Today?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hat rack, and we got a new one, but I haven't put it on the site. Yes, actually, I'm glad you called because I got another thing I got to list on the site too. Because I had a person who wanted to get the mini, you know, the helmets like this. So we had to actually make it like an oversized. Well, JMU, of course, JMU Dukes. Okay, and see, this is a throwback. This is the color that we wore back in my day. Okay, yeah, it's crazy, but so we had to come up with an even bigger one, and I need to put it on the site and stuff and all that. But not only do you build websites, you also end up building computers. And I know you're watching for me when some of the thingamadoodles and all that actually go down in price. You got it watched so that way you can actually build a computer for me that'll be reasonably priced for my set, right?
Yeah. We can remote into anyone's computer. We came up with a price. We kind of making fun of Jameis Winston's 30 for 30. I was like, man, you know what? That would be a good price, man. Give people remote support for 30 minutes for $30. I mean, so, and let's face it, man, 30 minutes, that's a long time. I mean, people are like, oh, that's not long. It is, man. I mean, you watch someone speak for 30 minutes.
Dude, I do without commercial breaks, dog. Okay. See, you know, Stephen A. Smith and those guys, what they got 10 commercial breaks and stuff in one show and stuff. Here, I go straight through. You know, an hour for me ain't no problem.
So, but that's the whole thing. It's just like, you know, we've done it. We've done virus removals for people. We've helped people. Hey, I can't get my printer to work. People can't get into their email and stuff like that. I mean, you know,
people can't load their remote controls for somebody else to take over.
I'm not going to go into certain things about, you know, but yeah, we've helped people all kinds of stuff like that. So, you know, to me, it's important.
So important. What's the worst thing that you've actually had to do on a computer? What's the worst thing?
Well, you can go to our website, which is Megabyte, megabite.co. Okay, we don't have com. I'm lazy. I didn't want to buy the M, so it's not .com. It's .co. And, you know, Karen, who, you know, worked with Mark extensively when it came to building the website and making sure
shout out to Karen.
We matched everything. You know, we'll take in, you know, either the calls or you know, you can submit a ticket on the website. And you know, what can I say? I mean, we're out to help people. We're patient. That's the big thing. And that everyone talks about is how patient we are. And, you know, if you get frustrated, no problem. I mean, you get frustrated, I get it. You know, technology, just like anything else, is not for everybody. But the reality is the world we live in, you know, we need to use it. I mean,
especially now.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Big time now. So, you know, this is just a matter of making that relationship with someone that, you know, is willing to work with you. And that's what we try to do every time, you know. So, you know, what can I say? I mean, we do work for a couple of organizations. As you know, Mark, we do some stuff for a lot of the nonprofits here in Florida, trying to help them out. and also, small practices as well, like especially the doctor's office and nurses right now. We've been trying to help them out as much as we can,
right?
Especially during COVID-19. So
yeah, that's been a mother. So you guys are still up and running. You're able to work through this whole situation. I know you're down in Florida there, which is turning into Ground Zero 2.0 right now. But that's great news. So as you're down there in Florida and they're trying to get basketball in Orlando and everything, how bad actually is it down there right now?
Well, I mean, what's funny is Florida, we have a very interesting governor, let's put it that way. And
Ron DeSantis.
And when you're a state that's dependent on tourism, I think that's the biggest problem. So I don't think as a state we're not taking things seriously as we should, because the numbers, as I keep looking, keep going up. As you know, my buddy Tommy, I asked you to do a shout out to him.
How's he doing?
He got COVID, and he's let's see, he's like 5'10". He was 302 pounds, and now he's at 120. He just put on 40 pounds just last week.
Wow. Luckily,
but I mean, like I said, man, it's not. People are trying to say, oh, it's not real, it's not this, it's not that. Well, guess what? When you meet somebody and you hear about those who survive and what the state that they're in after it, you just kind of, raises perspective. So, but that's the thing we're having right now in Florida, is just trying to get people to understand what they need to do in regards to that. And technology makes it easier for that as well. So I was able to talk to him and see him just like we're doing right now.
All right.
All
right. Well, final thoughts from you on this is, how do you think? Well, first of all, do you think we'll have a football season? And second of all, how do you think the Dallas Cowboys will do? And third question, are you happy that Dak Prescott is just on a franchise tag?
I'm happy that they got something done with Dak Prescott, because it's just kind of ridiculous. I honestly believe that that's more Stephen Jones than Jerry. I think the last 3 years we've seen that. It's been more Stephen Jones than anything. Because Jerry back in the day, let's face it, man. If he liked you, he just signed you to whatever you wanted. Now it's kind of
we were in cap hell because of it.
Yeah, so he can't. The kind of that. And I think the Cowboys, if there is a season, you kind of look at that team of the Vikings back in the 90s when they had, Randy Moss, Chris Carter, and Jake Reed. I kind of think you can see kind of that. It was called Deep Threat 3 or whatever it was, or Trips Deep 3 or whatever. I think Dallas offensively, it looks good. But the question becomes, like you've said many times, is what is the defense going to produce? You got these players, Aldon Smith and all that, but we don't know. We have no idea what they're going to produce. You drafted some guys that are projected to do well, but until you get to see the games, you don't really know what you got. So, honestly, they should win the division. I don't see why not. The division's weak. You got the Eagles for crying out loud.
Oh, shots fired at the Eagles.
Yeah, and then the Giants. They're still rebuilding. They got a lot of work to do. And the Redskins, they just been dysfunctional since Daniel Snyder took the team. So, there's nothing really there. I just think, you can win that division, but then the question becomes, do you have anything to answer to what the 49ers are doing? That defense is just great. That goes back to that question in football that everyone's used to ask, what's more important, your defense or your offense? And it seemed like that answer was answered back in 2000 with the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl. That team had really no offense. So the question was, is that how you build your team? So you got two teams, honestly, that can prove that theory out. Cowboys built it through the offensive line and offense, and the 49ers did it with the defense, with the defensive line. So that's the most interesting game there, if you can ever get that,
right?
Honestly.
Okay. All right, Derek. Well, I'm actually running out of time on this show and things, but tell everybody how to get in touch with you again. So listen, if you got computer issues, some of you got, what some of you guys have done. You've been on a couple of those sites that you shouldn't have been, and all of a sudden, everything blows up. Okay, he can help you with that. You need that website, he can help you with that. If you just need to upgrade and need a new computer and take all the old shit off of it and put it in a new one, he can do all of that. He can actually work magic, because he took an old guy who's technology challenged like me, who screwed up a website. He rebuilt that sucker and made it freaking incredible. So Derek, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you.
Well, yeah, you can go to our website, megabyte.co. And Mark, man, quit calling yourself old, man. My old brother watched this show and he resents that. He's the same age as you, man. He's like,
well,
don't
then
call
he's
us
old
old
too. Okay, tell him, don't worry. Mountains and dirt are older than both of us, so feel good. Okay.
All right.
All right, Derek. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, man.
I'll get back
Take
in
it
touch
easy,
with you about the other racks I got to put onto the site. And thanks. Peace. All right.
Peace.
Hey,
All right, peace.
be safe there in Florida.
Oh, I got you. All right, man. Peace.
Okay. All right. So that's my man Derek from Megabytes. I have to give him a shout out because he did an incredible job for me, and he's actually helping with some of the studio upgrades that we're going to be doing before the season. Hopefully, we'll have a season here and things. So if you've got some computer issues and problems and all that, Derek can take care of it. I know I got Miss Jackie in touch with him about building a site. If you've seen the attachments that I use on my racks and stuff, he's going to be building a site for them as well, so definitely knows what he's doing. He can do the stuff remotely, because this is what was crazy for me, man, is he's in Florida. I've actually never met him in person. We do everything, actually, he'll give me a call up and video chat and everything else, and they can remotely take control of the computer, because I was like, he's like, oh, just give me the such and such. I'm like, I don't know what that is. He said it's real easy, just go to the, and I literally spent like 2 hours trying to figure out how to get something for him, and it was crazy because I was just like, I can't do it. I don't understand. I don't know what you're talking about, and I literally had a panic attack. And so he's like, I can do a remote session, and we can do this together, and I was like, oh, and like bing boom bump, and it was done. And I'm like, damn, you just make me look old and stupid, but it's all good. I'm okay that I don't know everything. I'm okay with that. Everybody has their gift and their specialties and things like that. Mine's building shit out of wood. It's not dealing with the computer. Quite frankly, I still don't know how all of this stuff works in here. And if I ever had to take this whole thing apart and put it back together, I'd cry. I'd literally cry, because I really don't know how the hell I got it together and why it actually works. My buddy, Greg, actually sent me this clip earlier today of Tony Pollard. You know what I really like? You know what I really and truly like? And maybe it's just because the Dallas Cowboys are doing it and they're covering it more than everybody else. But I swear, I've seen so many working out videos of our guys, and they look good. They look like they're taking care of business. Am I wrong on that? I mean, we saw Dak and Zeke and Michael Gallup and all those guys work together, you know, working out and stuff. We saw Zeke. Did you see Zeke with his playing PlayStation with his helmet on? That was out yesterday. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me with Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, he had his helmet. He had his helmet on. Yeah, right. Are you going to be doing another stream tonight?
Let's leave that up because he's going to leave it up.
Oh, okay.
Let's say accompany over and I'll take it, put it onto the thing.
Oh, okay. I see. He's over there. He's over there, and I'm over here. Okay. Yeah. So he's watching YouTube. I'm talking on YouTube. We're just the family that YouTubes together stays together, right? And my daughter YouTubes too. Okay, in case you didn't know it, she YouTubes too. Did Brethren like leave?
YouTube for 4 times.
Did we scare Brethren? Or did he take my words that I said take your happy ass out? I guess he did. I guess. 100 mark. Oh, okay. Cowboys up north, man. How you doing, man? You butthurt don't make it worse. At Keith Radisson. Oh, you Eagle fans, you're so special. You're so special. He gonna chase his tail and play with the rubber bands like CD. Okay, so anyway, let me at least show this clip real quick, okay? I'm just happy to see what I'm seeing by my man. Bam. He's got that foot action. You see he's got those rubber bands. Look at that. Like those shorts. I need some long-ass shorts like that. He got that toe tap swag right there. Look at that. And in the sand. Playing in the sand. Look at, catching a tennis ball. Okay. Oh, Sookie. He is definitely look at that man. That boy is fast. That boy is fast. Running that sand, that's a hell of a workout, though. Running that sand, that ain't no joke.
There you go.
I remember when I used to run in the sand.
3, 2.
But I'm too old now.
Get out of there.
I can't run no more with these bad knees.
Get him up. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Keep working. There you go.
I think about what I used to could do.
Keep working right there. Relax. Come on. There you go. Right there. There you go. There you go. Right there. Keep that
So
right
you
there.
see our guys. We've seen Zeke out there working. Well, before coronavirus, at least. We've seen Dak working. We've seen Eagle fans. You know who you've seen. A lot of. You done seen a lot of CD Lamb, haven't you? I know every time you see one of those videos, you go, damn it to hell. I know that's what you Eagle fans do. Eagles will own the NFC East. Hazel Eyes Savage, welcome to the Joe Boo Sports Report. I see you're in here trolling as well. Welcome to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Y'all, Barusa? I don't get that one. I see the purple devil. Shouldn't that be a green devil? How you gonna be an Eagle fan coming in with the purple that looks like a Minnesota Vikings color? Because he even got the horns like a Viking. You ain't like a real. Come on, man. Come on. At least if you're gonna be a hazel-eyed, at least get your troll down right, okay? If you're gonna use a devil, don't use a purple devil because it looks like a damn Viking, okay? You look confused. No, not really. Coconuts, not really. Lamb will be a bust. Okay. You know, it's funny how you guys say Lamb gonna be a bust when just about a month and a half ago, you guys were ready to buy the farm on, CD Lamb. It's amazing that you guys are crying over a guy that you now deem as a bust. It sounds a little bit like revisionist history where you're, I know. I get it. You guys got a lot of speed late in the draft. I got you. Yep. That's right. They got a quarterback. You know.
But my question: how good is it going to be without CeeDee Lamb? Did he play with CeeDee Lamb in college?
We'll find out.
Look at this. Did the screen freeze? Is it still light? Look. Looking for the corona. Oh my God! Look at this! Wow, that has to be the stupidest thing I've ever. Oh my God! Are you gonna take a quarterback back in the second? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? What did you just trade Carson then? Are you kidding me? You just took a quarterback in the second round. This team is so good.
That's kind of funny, man.
They don't need to take. They don't need anything else, right? They're so good. This has to be for some sort of trade. There has to be something to this. This don't make any sense. Eagles UK, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry. This is stupidity at its finest. There has to be something else going on.
Yeah, you know, I had to put that in there. I had to put that in there. Seeing you guys melt down is always fun. Hazel-eyed, welcome to the channel. You know, you're all welcome. Everybody's welcome in here. All we ask is no personal attacks. No personal attacks, okay? And just be civil. You can tell me my team sinks. You can kind of troll my Cowboys within reason. But when you start cussing on, because we have a diverse audience. We got young people. We got old people. We got cranky old people like me. You know, we got Cowboy fans, Redskin fans, Saints fans, 49er fans. Hey, where's Gridiron Yucky? Where's he at today? I know he was on Michael's chat earlier. Gridiron Yucky. Or Yuki, Yucky, whatever it is. But yeah, that's all we ask. That's all we ask is, you know, you be cool. We even have, I don't know where Eastside Cheryl's been. But he's even a Houston Texans fan, or at least he was claiming that before. I think this year is going to be.
Should I get that logo made up for him?
I'm a subscriber, bro. Must respect you, bro. Well, I appreciate that, man. That's cool. You know, I got Eagle fan. That's the highest form of flattery, is that an Eagle fan would be subscribed, and I appreciate that. This team is good. Well, the big question is, and we're in overtime here, but we'll go for a few more minutes. The real question is can we get out of the players the most? That's been the problem for the Cowboys. You can look at how many players. We've had a lot of good players. We've had a lot more talent than a lot of teams that have done a whole lot more. You look across the board. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, okay, I know I'm a homer. But when you look at our offensive line right now, okay, even without Travis Frederick, you know, Joe Looney would have been starting on a lot of teams. I'm not saying that he's Travis Frederick, but he's still pretty good. Even with, you know, Tyron Smith missing 3 games a year every year now, those other 13 games are really, really good. You got arguably the best guard in football in Zach Martin. You know, definitely Eagles, you have to say that because, you know, Brandon Brooks is gone for the season. And Lyle Collins, that dude, pretty damn good last year, was actually close to being on a Pro Bowl level. You got Zeke Elliott, and even Zeke Elliott last year being a step back is still better than most backs in football. You got 2, you know for sure, really good wide receivers. You got question marks still at tight end with Blake Jarwin, but you've seen flashes. You got a young, high stud receiver. That's a hell of a lot. Thomas, I hope you're wrong on that. I'm beginning to get more and more worried about it. Although here's the flip side, Tom. I'm trying to find the bright side. If when you get the virus, you're immune from it. Let's say you're Clemson right now. You got 30 players that have tested positive, right? If they're okay in 2 weeks, then they may be good for the season. Right? Maybe? Junebug, what's up, man? Thank you for the super chat. And hopefully I remember to turn the speaker, the echo off on it. I'm just saying. And maybe it's one of those things that they have to kick the season down a little bit further, maybe start a little bit later. They have cushions in there. And they're working on having more players on the practice squad. It may not be great football, but at this point, I'll take the dog running around chasing the football. You know? So I'm going to hope that we have a season. I'm going to hope and I'm going to pray. And maybe if people start waking up and start wearing a mask and still trying to social distance, I still don't understand how Illinois is going to stage 4, you know, where they got like, you know, gatherings of 50 people or less in public spaces. Man, that shit's crazy. I'm sorry, that shit's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm hoping and praying that we will have a season. And until they say we don't, I'm going to keep on hoping and praying that we do. But back to my original statement was, we've had a lot of really good players. And it's not like we've been like night and day away from being able to win games. It seems like when we get to the playoffs that our sphincter muscles would just tighten up and we wouldn't know what to do. And when it came to close games, we just didn't have that killer instinct. And I think that all started from our Little League coach, Jason Garrett. I knew the year before, when I was watching Zeke Elliott in the locker room during a press conference after a loss, he literally looked and sounded like Jason Garrett. You know, we just got to go back and look at the film, see what we did wrong, and, you know, we're going to learn from this and we're going to be better, you know, in the future. And I was like, oh my God, it's finally happened. Jason Garrett and his mentality has finally filtered down to the rest of the team, and now they are Jason Garrett-esque. And that's not what you want to be. You want to have a bunch of guys that are on edge, that feel invincible, that get mad. Well, it affects people differently, Ryan. So, there's still so much that they don't know about it. I'm going to be honest with you, Ryan. I think me and the wife have already had it. The reason I say that was we were in Florida for the Super Bowl. That was, we were there for 2 weeks from, I want to say about the 24th of January to like the 5th of February, down there for 2 weeks plus. And if you remember, I was going back and forth to the doctor after the Super Bowl. I kept feeling like somebody was literally sitting on my chest. Now, I didn't have a cough. I didn't have shortness of breath, but I kept holding onto my ribs because it was like I was trying to get some relief out of it. And my blood pressure kept spiking, and I had this bad headache constantly. It felt like my brain was itching. RM's 4343, thank you very much for that super chat, man. Appreciate it. They ran all kinds of tests on me. My blood pressure, I had extremely high blood pressure for about 5 weeks. They ran all these tests and everything else. They didn't do a corona test on me, but they did blood work. They did, of course, stress tests. They literally did everything. And literally, I thought I was going to die. They shaved my chest and put like a 3-day monitor on my heart and all that, and they couldn't find anything wrong with me. But at the same time, my wife had like this cough for about 6 weeks. And we were social distancing at home. And of course, Michael is young and tough. So I don't know if that's what I had or not. But they're learning so many different things that some people have get lesions on their feet and stuff. Some people have extreme diarrhea. I had that. I did have that too. I know that's too much information, but that shit was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, so we don't know. We really don't know all the effects and how it affects different people who, it's kind of like concussions. They say that, some people get hit in the head all the time and have no effects. And then there's some people, they get hit one time and they're screwed up. But here's the thing, though, Thomas. My blood pressure was like 200 over like 150 sometimes. Without taking any medication or anything, it's like 122 over 80. If it had been a heart attack, I'm not sure that I would have just recovered through that, because it was like one day it would be like I got heart murmurs and, heart palpitations and crazy stuff. And then, the blood pressure would go through it was just weird. And it kept kind of like coming in waves and stuff. But I don't know. They don't know, or at least they said they don't know. Eventually I'm going to go ahead and get one of the after corona tests, the whatever, to see if you've had it. Captain Clapton's gone. Yes, thank God, Keith. Hey, Keith, how you doing, man? Lola, damn. But I'm telling you now, and see, this is the reason why I say now I really think I had it. D.L. Hughley, comedian, 57 years old. Okay, he's 3 years older than me. He look old, a lot older than me right now. Was doing stand up on Saturday night, right? Not wearing a mask. Apparently, nobody in the club was wearing a mask. He falls out on stage. They take him to the hospital. He's dehydrated and really exhausted. And they did a corona test on him, and oh, by the way, he's got corona. But he's asymptomatic. I had all those symptoms when I was down there at Super Bowl. This is at the Super Bowl NFL experience. I literally passed out. I just like somebody poured a bucket of water on me. I was dying of thirst. I was extremely tired. And you know me, I'm never tired. I'm never tired like that. But I literally fell out and woke up, and I got 2 police officers in Florida standing over me. So I literally had a heart attack because I'm in Florida and I got 2 police officers standing over me. Well, see, Ryan, Ryan. We're at the Super Bowl at NFL Experience, where literally people are coming from across the country flying in to Miami. So it was like that's when it was just beginning to start before they really said, oh, it's not it's in China. You don't know. That shit could have started in January. Could have started in December for all we know. So we just don't know. I'm okay right now. We're walking a couple miles a day with the wife. So hopefully they find a cure for this, a treatment for it, a vaccine for it, or something. And somehow, some way, we can get this thing turned around. But it's getting late, y'all. I got work to do tomorrow. And actually, I need to load some more of the pictures and stuff. So I'm behind. Forgive me. I'll make sure I'm caught up by Friday. I think my daughter had it in February at college, and she was very ill for 2 weeks. Hopefully she's okay. Take Cowboys. So, everybody, get your shot glass ready, because it's time for some shots. Shots. Everybody, I appreciate. Can we make We Not Bandwagon Fans shot glass? There you go. You know what? I've been a Cowboy fan before there was any bandwagon. Before they had ever been to a Super Bowl, I was a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I don't know how you can say I'm a bandwagon fan. But appreciate each and every one of you guys and girls and everything else. Even you haters out there. Okay. Sorry. All of you guys Can you make me an outdated 25-year-old shot glass? Remembers the last time Dallas made it to? Can you go ahead and get me one of the Falcons Super Bowl championship? Because, see, I understand Eagles fans being able to say, your dusty-ass trophies. You can say that when you own one, but when you're a Falcon fan and you have the biggest choke in the history of the Super Bowl, bro, come on, bro. You're trolling yourself here. You're trolling yourself. How you gonna try and make fun of somebody that's got 5 on it, and you had the biggest freaking... I was there to witness it, because I thought for sure, ain't no way they gonna lose it. They up big time. And yet, Matty Ice, I tell you what, I'll throw this one down for Matty Ice and Falcons Nation, because that shit was sad. All right, I'll see you guys soon.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.
All right. That one's in the books, Mike.